This is the Dzogchen Sende Lama Jigme Gyatso of the Buddha Joy Meditation School. Come, let us meditate like a Jedi. So I'm going to be doing, so my friends on the Facebook, I'm going to be doing a lot of chanting. And if you wish to chant with me, then join me on the Tube app. YouTube, I should say. Okay, here we go. So the overview of this evening's practice is as follows. We're going to play with energy work, mindfulness meditation, and passive contemplations. Let us begin with energy work. Channels, winds, and drops, or energy work, is known in Tibetan as tikle, and in English is simply bliss and letting go. As the tip of our left index finger supports the great knuckle of our right index finger, palms up in our lap. Let us practice the third enlightenment factor's energy work in such a manner that it feels as if the force itself is giving us a kiss upon the top of our head. To do this, we require neither visualization nor superstition. All we need to do is play with the following 6 syllables. Lama come to pay crown. Please chant with me. Lama come to pay crown. 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 We now practice our first of 3 exercises wherein we slice through the tyranny of dualities, obscuring emotions of dread and desire. In Tibet, this is known as trekcho. This could be described in English as either awareness and letting go, or simply mindfulness and meditation. So what I think I'll do is tap button number 4. All right. So here's the secret. The rule of thumb for mindfulness is to silently and mentally recite the demonstrative pronoun this every time we feel air enter our nostrils. Similarly, the rule of thumb for meditation is to silently and mentally recite the verb rest every time we feel air exit our nostrils. Now let us leap over prize obstructions to omniscience. In Tibet, this is known as Tokal. We could describe it in English as either passive contemplation or simply the wisdom of letting go. Welcome to this evening's live stream. The moment you have a specific question about Buddhist philosophies or techniques, do not hesitate to type your question in great detail in the chat window. I tend to check for questions about once every 5 to 10 minutes. So let us practice holocron-like exercises of impermanence, interdependence, and emptiness, the first fold of the Buddha's Eightfold Path. Please chant with me. Rather than indulge or controlling tendencies with the follies of active visualization magic, emotion magic, and belief, we could just recite these wise words in harmony with our breathing and allow our subconscious to do the heavy lifting. Let us therefore sidestep the rigidity that confuses metaphors or statements literal, and instead relax into the flexibility that savors the chance explaining metaphors as similes. Okay, the Buddha taught there were 4 bases of mindfulness: the circumstantial, the physical, the interpersonal, and the mental. Let us begin by bringing the circumstantial into the path of the wisdom of letting go. As we relax into our exhalation, the circumstances or lots we saw during our previous inhalation could feel as impermanent and interdependent, as if they could blissfully melt into rainbow light that could delightfully absorb into this body or form. So one of the greatest ironies is that by playing with the self-centered idea that we are somehow the center of the universe, we actually wind up letting go of our inherent self-importance. I know, it's weird, isn't it? So let's divide the silent and mental recitation of this 6-syllable synopsis between our inhalation and our exhalation into form as we inhale, all lots melt as we exhale. So wouldn't it be splendid, of all circumstances of exploitation, foreign and domestic, melted away. Now let us bring our experience of the physical into the path of the wisdom of letting go. As we relax into our exhalation, the bodies or forms we felt during our previous inhalation could feel as impermanent and interdependent, as if they could blissfully melt into rainbow light that could delightfully absorb into this communicational speech. And wouldn't it be splendid if all physical suffering, all the sufferings of exposure, hunger, violence, overwork, exploitation, melted away? Into speech, all forms melt. Now let us bring our experience of the interpersonal into the path of the wisdom of letting go. As we relax into our exhalation, the experience of the interpersonal speech or communication we heard during our previous inhalation could feel as impermanent and interdependent as if it could blissfully melt into rainbow light that could delightfully absorb into this mind. Wouldn't it be splendid if all cruel communication, all lies, all coercive speech melted away? In addition to bringing the mental into the path of the wisdom of letting go, we're also going to deconstruct the metaphor of emptiness. As we relax into our exhalation, these minds could feel as impermanent and interdependent as if they could blissfully melt into rainbow light that could delightfully absorb into our vast empty void, like the illusion of the infinite azure sky on a bright and beautiful cloudless morn, which although could look tantalizing to the eye, could feel non-graspable to the hand. Wouldn't it be lovely if all hate and all greed and all confusion melted away? Into void all minds melt. And now we come to our second of three exercises, wherein we slice through the tyranny of dualities, obscuring emotions of dread and desire. In Tibet, this is described as treksha. In English, we could call it awareness and emptiness, or simply mindfulness and meditation. One moment, if you please. The most efficient way for us to practice mindfulness is to silently and mentally recite the demonstrative pronoun this every time we feel our chest swell with breath. Similarly, the most efficient way for us to practice meditation is for us to silently and mentally recite the verb rest every time we feel our chest subtly sink as gently we exhale. Welcome to this evening's live stream. The moment you have a specific question about Buddhist philosophy or meditation, do not hesitate to type your question in the chat window, for I tend to check for questions about every 5 to 10 minutes. As the tip of our left middle finger supports the great knuckle at the base of our right middle finger, palms up in our lap, let us practice the third enlightenment factor's energy work, also known as bliss and letting go, in such a manner that it could feel like the force itself is giving us a hug. This bronze image represents us, the meditator. The red image represents one of three things: either the teacher to whom we feel the closest connection, B, the amalgam of all our teachers and their teachers and their teachers and so forth, or simply a personification of the teachings themselves. We do not need blind faith. We do not need to exhaust ourselves with visualizations. All we need to do is chant the following 12 syllables. Lama blend with this mind. 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 Do remember that the most efficient way to practice mindfulness is to silently and mentally recite the demonstrative pronoun this every time we feel our chest swell with breath, and that the easiest way, the most efficient way to practice meditation is to silently and mentally recite the verb rest every time our chest subtly sinks as gently we exhale. Let us leap over jealousy's obstructions to omniscience. This is known in Tibetan as Tokal. We could describe it as love and emptiness, or a second exercise of passive contemplation. Let us practice the holocron-like exercises of love and letting go, the second through fifth folds of the Buddha's Eightfold Path. Rather than indulge or controlling tendencies with the follies of active visualization, emotion, magic, and belief, we could just recite these kind words in harmony with our breathing and allow our subconscious to do the heavy lifting. Let us therefore sidestep the rigidity that confuses metaphors with statements literal, and instead relax into the flexibility that savors the chance explaining metaphors as similes. We'll begin by chanting an explanation of this 10-syllable mantra. Om symbolizes mindfulness, Tade symbolizes spiritual liberation. Tade symbolizes physical liberation, Ture symbolizes blessing. Soa symbolizes the wish that all beings master such dynamic kindness. So now, as I mentioned previously, there are four bases of mindfulness: the mental, the interpersonal, the physical, and the circumstantial. Let's begin by bringing the mental into the path of love and letting go, the second fold of the Buddha's Eightfold Path. May all minds of all beings now be as joyfully enlightened or Bodhi as the mind of a real or imagined Buddha, symbolized by a bija, one syllable seed mantra tamoti claim drop. Let us divide the silent and mental recitation of the 6-syllable synopsis between our inhalation and our exhalation. Wishing Bodhi joy for all minds. And now for the essence of mantra meditation. It consists of 3 parts. Number 1, as we breathe in, we silently and mentally recite the loving intention, Bodhi joy for all minds. Number 2, as we exhale, we physically relax as best we can. Number 3, while exhaling, we strive to chant the 10-syllable mantra 4 times per breath for a total of 4 breaths. Om Tade Dudani Duri Suwa, Om Tade Dudani Duri Suwa, Om Tade Dudani Duri Suwa, Om Tade Dudani Duri Suwa. Om Tade Dudani Duri Suwa, Om Tade Dudani Duri Suwa, Om Tade Dudani Duri Suwa, Om Tade Dudani Duri Suwa. Om Tade Dudani Duri Suwa, Om Tade Dudani Duri Suwa, Om Tade Dudani Duri Suwa, Tare Dure Sowa. Om Tare Dure 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 Dure Sowa. Now let us bring our experience of the interpersonal into the path of love, the third fold of the Buddha's eightfold path. May all relationships, communication, all speech of all beings now be as peacefully loving as a real or imagined Buddha's speech or communication symbolized by this horizontal ten-syllable mantra. Peaceful love for all speech. One moment, if you please. Peaceful love for all speech. Om Tare Nani Nuri Suwa. 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 We now bring our experience of the physical into the path of love, the fourth fold of the Buddha's eightfold path. May all bodies or forms of all beings now enjoy the beautiful health as depicted in Buddha's statuary of the blissful body of a deva or yadama, an archetype of enlightenment such as green Tata. Health, beauty for all forms. Om Tare Nani Nuri Suwa. 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 Om Dare Du Dare Du Rizuwa, Om Dare Du Dare Du Rizuwa, Om Dare Du Dare Du Rizuwa, Om Dare Du Dare Du Rizuwa. We now bring the circumstantial into the path of love, the fifth fold of the Buddha's eightfold path. May all circumstances, all lots of all beings now have the safety, great fortune, all boon. As a Buddha's real or imagined paradise for land of Avanti. Great fortune for all lots. Om Tare Du Nare Du Resuwa, 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 Om Tare Du Nare Du Resuwa. In our compassion may we long to free all beings from the toxic tyranny of dread, desire, and delusion, metaphorically known as the three mental poisons. In our pragmatism, let's try this real quick. There we go. In our pragmatism, may all liberation for all others be fueled by the three wish-fulfilling jewels of following the Buddha's example, applying his instructions, and cooperating with his students. One moment, if you please. Quick edit. Here we go. Let's hit insert. Whoops, wrong button. Let's hit home. There we go. And now insert. Let's go over here. Insert, pictures, device, pictures, Buddhist yoga. Let's go to Buddha bowing. Here we go. So I'm going to hit wrap text, behind text. Okay. See, this fits okay on the screen. It does. Cool. Okay. So, having sat for the better part of an hour, it may feel refreshing to perform what I like to describe as Tibetan-inspired squat thrusts while conversationally reciting the 8-syllable synopsis of that which we just chanted. May we free all through the 3 jewels. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swing the laptop around, so there may be some motion sickness. Let's see. I'm going to do my best to swing everything around. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let's see. Wow! All the way up. Woo! Okay, here we go. May we free all through the 3 jewels. Oh, my hair's come undone. That's no fun. Let's try that again. May we free all through the 3 jewels. 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 You have taken your first step into a much larger world. If you feel that I have earned it, you could give this live stream a thumbs up. You could even help support this channel. For Meditate Like a Jedi is made possible thanks to the generosity of viewers just like you. In approximately 11 hours, I would very much like to return to tomorrow's Tantric chanting that we might, to help us meditate like a Jedi. And if you are as geeky as me, may the Force be with you always.